Hello guys, and welcome back to the Watch Trading Academy channel. It's the holidays and we're here to celebrate with a special edition episode to tell you what watches are the best investments for the holidays if you want to gift those to your loved ones. I'm kicking back with a nice refreshing Mountain Dew Baja Blast, which is only contracted through Taco Bell. They've done a phenomenal business job. I am not sponsored by them. But if you've never enjoyed, you should, especially around the holidays. And I'm wearing purple today because I am non-denominational, as is Watch Trading Academy. We celebrate all holidays: Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, Watch Day, whatever you want to call it. It's time to party and enjoy. So I wanted to lay out a couple of different really unique pieces that if you're looking to provide a gift to someone special in your life, can really not only be a phenomenal gift, but also be a good investment. And the reason that I wanted to share those with you and call it an investment is because sometimes we enter relationships that aren't always the best and don't work out, and we need those assets back. So if you're gonna give a gift, give the one that keeps on giving, not only to your partner, but you eventually if you can get it back when it gets hairy and when shit goes down. The first one I wanted to bring to your attention that is really cool is it's always good to go with a nice classic Rolex Daytona. So whether it's in Ever Rose like this new one here, or it's steel, these are great pieces that are great unisex watches. So if you buy one of these pieces, almost every single one has gone up in value. As long as you're not overpaying for this watch, it's a great investment, whether that's in, again, rose gold, yellow gold, also in steel. And then they have the new ceramic models that are extremely hard to get. But if you do find yourself being lucky enough to get your hands on one, I suggest not paying way over MSRP sticker and either waiting with your dealer or coming to someone like a watch trader who can get it for you at a much lower price. But this is something that your lady can enjoy. This is something that is a good size, 40 millimeter that you can enjoy if things change or the tides turn. And over time, in a long-term hold play, again, almost every single Daytona has held value, and it's a really good piece. So I really like this watch as a gift, especially if you're going to keep it as an heirloom, hand it down to your children, or if you're going to gift it to someone else, and you may or may not know if you're getting it back. The second watch model that I want to talk about that's really great, and there's two different sizes, is this Rolex Datejust on the Jubilee bracelet. There's different sizes. This is the newer 41 millimeter Datejust, and this is all steel with the, again, classic, notorious Jubilee bracelet and diamond markers. So the reason I like this one specifically is it's really a great unisex watch. The fluted bezel is really in demand over the smooth bezel, and then a Jubilee bracelet is usually preferred on these Datejusts. Another good option for this is the blue dial steel Datejust 41 millimeter with the stick markers, not the diamond markers, which is still very much so sought after and in high demand. So this is a light enough piece that, again, you could give it to someone who maybe isn't as large as you or is a little more of a petite wrist, and it should hold value as an investment relatively well. The one that I would also suggest on top of this, besides this 41 millimeter, is a 36 millimeter Datejust, like the vintage older ones, or even some of the newer ones that's a little more unisex. 41 millimeter can be big, especially on a female wrist sometimes if they don't like that, but don't go below 36 millimeter. The value of the pieces that are not bigger than 36 or 36 has gone way down, and women's watches have actually not held value like unisex and men's watches in the watch trading world. So if you want it as an investment piece, make sure you're never going below a 36 millimeter in size, but the design of these pieces has always stayed consistent throughout the course of Rolex history. And so most of the time, as long as it's a desirable combination, you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna come out unscathed if you ever have to sell this or if you want it back as an investment. So another great option here is the Daytona, the Datejust. And then the other one that I wanna talk about, because these are very classic Rolex examples, is I really like the Cartier Balin Blue. So the Balin Blue is a circle, thin steel, or you can get it in two-tone gold and steel piece. And it's a phenomenal unisex watch. It sits really flat on the wrist, and you can slide it under any different type of attire, and it's not overwhelming or overbearing like this other Cartier I'm wearing. And it looks fantastic on women, it looks fantastic on men, and it feels great on both because it's so light and it's so thin. And the design has been consistent since they first came out with the franchise model. And that is one of the best-selling models of Cartier, which has been around for decades and decades and decades and decades. So the reason I like gifting that as an investment is they've steadily increased in value over years. So I remember when I could get them for high $2,000, low $3,000 range, and now it's very difficult to find one even close to the high $3,000 range, and they don't look like they're going to come down anytime soon. So as long as you're not overpaying for a Cartier Balin Bleu, then you're going to have a good investment on your hands, and it's something that not only the brand has sustained its value over time for a long extended period of time like Rolex, but it's one that your lady can enjoy, or your mom, or even someone like your dad, as long as they're not super, super, super large and they like bigger things, then obviously you're going to have to reassess and go with a bigger type watch. But a lot of these options I've given you today are great for both men and women. They will hold value because of the longevity of the brand, strength of the brand, the aesthetic design that seems to be a no-brainer and a win-win. And it's something that, heaven forbid, shit hits the fan and things don't work out between you and the one that you've gifted it to. Hopefully you can get it back and make some money, or even just hold some money. So with that, I give you a big cheers. I wish you well and happy holidays here from Watch Trading Academy. If you want to learn more about that, obviously check out watchtradingacademy.com. And I do hope and wish you the best, no matter what you're celebrating, even if it's Taco Bell.